Welcome to the spin. We are 10 days away, 9 days away from 4 in-person qualifying events, one of which is Syndicate Crown. So good stuff there. Larry Young, looks like I overpaid for my tickets. I will tell you my opinion on that here shortly, but I'm not sure you did, but we'll find out. Syndicate Crown, right down there somewhere. You can
Am I pointing the right way?
You are not pointing.
You are not. You're the opposite way.
So my screen does this. Yeah.
Yep. It's opposite.
Syndicate Crown, you can sign up for, I think they're still open for the community divisions.
I think so.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, congrats, Tyler.
Yes.
Congrats, Jeanette, for getting the baby out.
There you go, John. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tyler is a proud daddy over there. So good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's a trip, dude. These are the first time I've ever done
Tyler.
this on purpose. Yeah, it's a lot.
How the first few days of fatherhood?
It was good. Not a lot of sleep. You guys weren't kidding about that.
Did you do anything?
Did I do anything? What do you mean?
I'm saying, did she just do everything with the baby and didn't let you touch him?
No, yeah, I've been trying to put in work. I think I changed like 10 diapers before she changed one.
Nice. Leslie was more like, I don't want you to do anything, and like it was more I taking care of her while she's taking care of the baby, and then
I've been doing a lot of that, like just anything in the house. Been doing that, but then like at night when he needs attention and she needs sleep, I'll take him. And like yesterday, she was like, let me do it. And I was like, no, I need to be able to do this by myself. And like, I got a little frustrated, but I took him and I walked off and we handled it. It was a little frustrating, but we're handling it. I'm getting better at dealing with him now. Learning his faces and grunts has been a trip. So, but it's good, dude. I like the challenge of trying to figure him out.
Yeah.
I feel like
feed Jeanette.
Dude, this is nuts. So I used to look at her quantities of food in comparison to mine. And like one time, like the whole mimic your partner's eating, I like just mimicked her calories for like one meal or 2 meals. And I was like, I'm going to starve to fucking death. Like what's 4 ounces of chicken? This isn't even, this is like a rumor of chicken. This isn't even real. And then, so I've been giving her food, like, for dinner and stuff. And I've been putting like the 6 or 7 ounces I usually eat. And she's been freaking shoveling it down and not saying a thing.
It's crazy, dude. Leslie's eating 3,500 calories and losing weight. And I'm like,
yeah,
I mean, that's more than I'm eating, and I'm still not losing weight. So
you gotta be grid ready, man. You got a few days.
Yeah.
We'll get into that here in a bit. Yeah, we got a good show for you guys. We'll do some viewer comments. You guys left a zillion comments last week, so keep that up. We'll get to that here in a second. We'll talk about 40% off event 1. There might be 2 stories in that. JY's grid debut and possibly a special guest coming in. Some blind rankings, and
it's not Colton.
It is not Colton.
I don't want people to be let down.
And some raffle. Anyway, we'll find about that in a bit. First off, we will start with viewer comments. I got a lot of them this week. Can't let you guys down. First one, Dulcina. It's great to listen to JR because you really feel the love for programming that he has and how in depth he goes into each small thing. Also, shout out to the only CrossFit gym in Slovenia. I don't know. Slovenija. Maybe it's Slovenia.
It's Slovenia in Slovenia. Spelled
CrossFit way. Ljubljana. I have no idea.
That's exactly how
that's how it goes. Because they just had a 24-hour charity row marathon and raised over 13,000 euros for families in need.
Hey, shout out CrossFit Ljubljana. Tadej Pogačar's from Slovenia. My Slovenians will know. My dog's named after that dude. He's awesome. He's my favorite.
Tadej who?
Tadej Pogačar.
But gotcha.
So for John, Slovenia is the land of Primoz Roglic and Tadej Pogacar.
No, I just said his name, Spin. I just said his name. You can't say his name right?
Gotcha.
It's spelled Pogacar.
It's Pogacar. You know what's hilarious? His cycling debut, that's how the announcer said his name. Pogacar, or however he said it. And obviously everybody knows him now. You guys, especially Spin. Spin knows all about him. It's also Primoz Roglic. I like Tadej much better. But yes, shout out to this person. I love you. I know nobody understands it except us, and that's what makes it cool.
Sema Holy Balls knows.
I heard about this, and I've not seen it yet. This TFX happened mid labor. So John, the year I competed at TFX on a team, was when you and I were both there. I guess they had videos of that, and Jeanette was in there too. And so Barkley texted me, and we're like in the middle of labor. And he's like, "You're all over these commercials." And I was like, "Be cool to know about it."
That was what, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah,
I mean, it was a ways back. I think that was my first one.
Yeah. Let's see. I did see this. I did not. Phil B, did you hear that Will said they had 500,000 views on the WFP stream on Boys Interrupted?
Well, they can say whatever they want because it's not on YouTube and nobody can fact check.
I would say, like, I don't know, 25,000 of those was me going back and forth to the website and then restarting it. So you're welcome.
We have 800 billion on Rumble.
Yeah, check it out. Go find it. Good luck.
Big Rumble guys.
Actually,
huge community.
Speaking of going viral, my video of Mirham that I clipped, 2.6 million views.
The cramp heard around the world.
Exactly.
That's what they're calling it, guys.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Hey, and shout out to Mirham. Okay, you are going to the games.
Hey,
one of the fittest women in the world. Did it for, I mean, y'all remember when I said, if you can't make the games online, like, this is how you do it. This is how you get there, girl. And you didn't do it. So you suck. And then, Brooke doesn't know how to do a burpee. And now we're here.
There we go.
And I'm really happy for her. I want nothing but success for Mirham. I'm going to always say Mirham. I hope she can just like, take it like, a good thing. But, I'm happy. I'm happy for her. I hope she gets some CrossFit range of motion things that she can kill at the game. Probably won't happen. Probably not going to do too hot in this first one, but I hope she's great.
PC told Dents 75,000 on site or on Saturday. So
I was walking around the venue telling there's 300,000 people watching live. So
quite the vibe. Chris Deeming, I bet.
Wait. I want to go back to the Miriam thing. The hate that you got for that was insanely stupid.
Oh, your video?
The clip of it? Oh,
yeah. Take that down. What?
I almost thought we should get like a compilation of people passing out. Like just in random sports, like, because there's a whole lot of, it happens a lot.
I mean,
right?
hey, I got 2.6 million on that one.
Freaking strong man, and we gotta be careful when we talk about strong man. But it happens all the time. It happens all the time with them. I mean, girl gets nosebleed and convulses every freaking event. So I'm just saying, we should have made like a compilation, just post it and be like, it happens. This is professional sport. She's not mad about it. You shouldn't be either.
Yeah. Whoever commented that, go to every single CrossFit fail video ever and be like, you should take this down. These people are getting hurt.
I feel like whoever like the people who comment on that, it'd be like them having like an elbow injury and then being like, I don't want you to post that elbow injury. I'm offended. Like that's the type of person who's saying, take this video down.
Yeah. You don't want
stuff happens, man.
She walked it off, dude. She was good.
She like, stumbled it off, but so all right.
It's all good. Chris Deeming, I bet WFP's big picture is to have the CrossFit Games as a tour stop as part of their season. I think if they were honest, that's their goal.
I think they're on. Would the games not be their goal, their final?
No.
Not just a tour stop, but like the final.
I don't think they want to have anything to do with the games.
But you said you want the game should be a tour stop.
That's what Mr. Chris Deeming is saying, that's what he thinks the WFP wants.
Okay. You're saying I think that's their goal. So the guy's saying that. You're not saying that.
I'm not saying
Gotcha.
You're entitled to your opinion, but you're wrong.
Yeah, they don't want nothing
like
to do
your
with the games,
opinion, man.
I kind of wish they would. I think the whole thing could grow together if people were good.
Unify. Unity.
Yeah, I do.
Mhm.
And I just they don't want it.
I'm just waiting for that. Andrew Farmer, can we get an episode where Tyler Z scores and P scores all of the semifinals? I think he means in-person qualifying events. Probably would have to wait till after the last chance qualifiers to get the bang for its buck. No. At Clooney's
it'll
Adventures,
it'll have as many views as the WFP did.
500,000. Like Clooney's Adventures, if CrossFit dies, it's because they failed to adapt, adjust, and overcome. Blockbuster and Kodak spring to mind when thinking about the situation. Also, P.S. Can John have his own show?
I
couldn't operate my own show. Was that a joke?
Mechanically, you mean
there was no he had a thinking emoji after the situation, but he did not have any laughing emojis after.
Guys, I'm on 8 different shows and none of them are mine. You don't think I would have done one already if I wanted one? I can't. I can't do that. Go, no, I just show up and talk. That's how I want to keep it. I can't handle that.
I agree. That's a good.
John can't build his own mountain graphics.
That's sad. What's sad is I made the mountain. And I'm like, here you go, spin. Like
here's a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Here's this repurposed spreadsheet.
It's just notebook paper with names on lines and then tiers. And I might have like little wordings or phrases like this is the trash tier. This is the the maybe Capodium tier. Like, and then I'm like, make it.
Yeah.
And Spin does all the work. He does all.
Here's a new graphic I want you to make. Here's a new section. I'm going to call it, whatever the unsure about whatever that was last time.
And stay tuned because there might be an addition.
I wanted to comment on this guy's comment, like in the comments. First of all, CrossFit is not Kodak. I understand your analogy there, but this is just not a good one. And yes, you're right. Like, you're not wrong that it should be able to withstand. But we're dealing with a more complicated thing, and that I'm gonna say this a million times, is that we're dealing with a religion. And yes, like, the religion won't die. Seth called me out on that. The religion part of it won't die, but the community aspect is what we're after, and that's a very temperamental thing. So yes, while you're saying it should be able to stand on its own, I agree, but it can't. We all have to. We carry the boats.
Souza, Spin makes my graphics too. If you notice, I had to change it after Souza decided to copy mine. Let's see. Meredith, Tyler, where'd you get your hat?
This is a Nashville company. It's like a country music bar or something. I was just Googling and I found a raccoon hat, and it's called Raised Rowdy. It was the original Trash Panda hat until I found out there was Trash Pandas in Huntsville, Alabama. So there you go. Get your Raised Rowdy hats.
Ortega thinks I'm going to look Mexican soon if I keep going to soccer. Went to back-to-back kids soccer games and the Nashville SC this Saturday and got quite tan. So it reminded me of what was it Tier Wadapalooza 2 years ago? Like when I was kind of first coming back, and you guys thought I was like gonna melt, and like I was like bright red, and I never burned. Just happens. Let's see. At Jeremy Purdy, big show today. You admitted what we all figured. You have lost all credibility as a news source.
Did we ever have any?
No.
I would ask who has the most credibility then. Like, of your rankings of news sources, what's the most credible, the least credible to you?
Jeremy, that is we will read it off next show. Tell us. You are clearly not interested in what's best for the sport. And that is through taking care of the athletes, like it or not. Competition from the WFP should not only help the sport. The ball is in CrossFit's court to up their game. More JR, please.
I would say we are definitely one of the more credible news sources amongst the CrossFit news sources. And yeah, the ball is in CrossFit's court. Like, they should definitely be learning from what's going on and pivoting 100%. And yeah, JR to the moon.
Yeah.
Boy,
that was a big show. We had over
that was
10,000 views last show. Everybody sees JR and they have to click on it.
an astute answer, Tyler. Like, you hit all 3 points. That was impressive.
That's good. CF Courtney, 28. I don't get the hate for the WFP. At least they are trying something and not just running their mouths. You act like the CrossFit Games have been perfect every single year since they started, and they haven't had 20 years to establish themselves. Give them a chance. Good God. You cry about the lighting at an event, calling it safety. I did not call it safety. I could care less about that. It was the athletes who were saying it was sketchy doing the rope. Yet see nothing wrong with the safety at the games last year where someone literally died. Please show me your biased opinion more. No one can tell how you really feel.
Well, I mean,
this comment's fucking beautiful.
yeah, I mean,
I like it.
That's, you're good. You're entitled to your opinion. That's fine. Good for you. I really, really wish you wouldn't. It's not like we're comparing the WFP safety to the games of last year. And you throwing the games of last year in a comment like that, I would implore you to go back and watch the Spincast from 2024. We were there. We lived it. We were on air when it happened. And you can see how we feel about that situation when it happened. Were you there? Can you say the same thing? And we didn't go off and change a song about West Virginia about it either. Okay. like it's just, you don't even know what you're typing when you say like a comment like this. Like, you just have no idea. I understand the people that are like, why do you guys hate the WFP? Give them a chance. They don't want to work with CrossFit. They want the death of CrossFit. So why would we be friends with them? I'm in the camp of like, they do their thing, we'll do our thing. We don't have to have bad blood. I'm in that camp. Spin is in a little bit of a different camp. I think Tyler kind of just, whoever he talks to is, in his, he just flirts from side to side, not WFP to CrossFit, but like the spectrum of CrossFit, like either like give him a chance or, I hate them. Like, he just kind of like goes back and forth with it.
I'm a devil's advocate kind of man.
Yeah, for sure. They don't want to work with any bit of us. They don't want us at all.
It's a beautiful song. It's actually about the Balkans, so don't worry about it.
You should check out Brian's version, Austin. See if you like it.
This comment. So number one, we don't hate the WFP. You must have not watched the last episode because we addressed that. We squashed all the hate. And it's not like we haven't thrown our fair bit of punches at CrossFit for all the shit that they've done. 100%, like, they need to step it up. That's a different damn issue than what we're dealing with the WFP. Got it. Like, CrossFit fixed some stuff, but like, WFP is totally separate. Why do you have to conflate issues? It's so ridiculous.
They're different issues.
Yes. And then number three, part C, is I called into Sevon's. It was when I haven't called in like on the phone in a while. And Jenny clipped it on Dense Updates. I talked to Hicks, the safety advisor. He was at WFP, but he's been with CrossFit for a long time. And he wasn't at the games, but he knew all the personnel at the games. He knew how well they were trained. He knew that the training that they went through at the venue. And he said, it was just a freak accident. Like, I can't get over this comment because it conflates so many issues, but I would check some of your facts first.
Let's see. It's B True. I think that's Brandon. Is it Brandon True?
I think so. Yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah. As someone who dropped the dumbbells on my final lunge over the finish line at Syndicate last year, I can confirm that is the worst feeling.
See you next week, Brandon.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, don't drop the kettlebells.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Because we'll be lunging with kettlebells. Just
At full chair, or I don't know. When will frog grips be available in the U.S. again? I was asking about that. I've been told hopefully by the end of this week they will have that all figured out. So
They've been talking to Trump.
I think so. In direct contact. Him and Elon have been talking with Mr. Frog Grips, and I think they've got something worked out. So coming soon. Check here soon. We'll get those back going, and then code SPIN once it is for all of your frog grips. And if you're outside the United States, because I have so many, I think it's what is it? Norway. Norway loves us.
Norway. We're big in Norway.
Really
Nice.
huge in Norway.
Of all the continents,
It's where
all the countries I would move to, Norway is one of them.
Are you sure not South Africa?
it was
That's
either
high
Norway
up there.
or South Africa. I can't remember.
You got.
I would move to Rhodesia.
I like it in America. I'm staying here, man.
Yeah.
It's cold in Norway.
Very cold. Helson Albernaz, when you guys were trying to say Syria's name, my Siri kept going off all the time. So do not say
That's
Syria.
awesome.
Hey,
That's great.
Syria. Sorry. Just we'll try not to next time.
It's amazing.
At Riley 5782. Hope you guys will do predictions for the next WFP. Was pretty disappointed on how you just ignored it. I wasn't here, so it's your guys' fault. Sorry.
Did we ignore it last episode?
Not the 2 weeks ago. I wasn't here.
Ignore what?
Ignored a WFP. They wanted predictions.
We did a whole
At
show
Jesse
about
Goodrich, you guys are right about the season conflict. I like the WFP comp, but the whole time you could tell that not every athlete was on board 100%, and maybe some were tired from the online semis. It just makes you wonder about the leaderboard.
Yep. Luckily, the leaderboard doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, again, we talked about last week. If WFP had put it in end of August, yes. I'll address that here in a second. If WFP had made their season from end of August through January, like I don't think there'd be any complaints because it would not be.
We
trying to
would
take
be
it over.
all for it.
Yeah,
And if you paid us, that would help.
You try to make a show,
No.
a weekly show in the off season when there's like 3 comps that anybody else cares about. We have like 6 months of trying to come up with something to talk
Mountain.
about. Yeah.
We would embrace it. Now, and guys, they don't want to. They want to do it in the same time that CrossFit's doing their stuff.
Yeah.
But people, you don't know what you're asking for, and it's sad.
Where was that? Where was that? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Did Lou Jajun become the game sponsor because the show got too big? Yeah. Too many views. They were like, we need to.
Yeah. Cheapen it up here.
They had to smell and see like how do we like the CrossFit space? I'm like, yeah, we like
And
it.
then they dipped their toe in. They're like, yes, we're going to stop sponsoring these guys so we could sponsor the games because,
That's
we're
right.
a small team.
Get rid of this burden of payroll here.
They did.
Yeah.
They did follow me recently. Did they
Nice.
follow you guys?
I don't even
Yeah,
think they did.
no.
I don't think
No,
so.
I didn't mean that as a slight. I
I
thought
don't think so.
maybe it was right after I posted my grid snap back. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe they just saw it.
Maybe
Thought it was
Dude, they're great. They're great weightlifting shoes.
they
It's,
are the best weightlifting shoes out there.
I think so too. I do not wear them, nor will I ever. But it's not their fault.
It's just
You
lift
put them
weight.
on. You wore them for a session.
I tried to snatch once in them and I failed 245, and because I was too forward, and I was like, this hasn't happened since like 8th grade, so I will not be wearing these shoes.
But that's you. That's you. You're saying as a shoe, they're great.
Yeah,
You're
yes.
just not a
This is
weightlifting
just
shoe guy.
because I don't wear I don't wear lifter. It's not. The shoe looks amazing, feels fine. It just it tilts you forward.
Are we talking about the space shoes? Yes, I have the all silver pair, so it looks like I'm wearing
you do.
moon boots.
I do get asked about them at the gym all the time.
They are the most solid weightlifting shoe out there. Like no other brand.
I would wear them all the time.
Those flops are friggin'
Dude,
prime.
they look sick.
They have those Red Dragon lifters too, which just look fucking sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you brand it with CrossFit. All right, next up, 40% off event 1. We got all kinds of CrossFit Games news super early today. 40% off CrossFit Games tickets, flash sale for the next 48 hours. Initial thoughts, Tyler, on you hear 40% off CrossFit Games tickets. We knew they were not selling that hot. What do you think?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, maybe it is the right time to pull this if you need to pull that ripcord, especially like with the event 1 announcement, which I think was a little premature, but yeah, it sucks. But like, there's gonna be a bunch of people bitching. Like,
there are definitely plenty of people complaining.
Well, they're just like throwing shots, and it's like, I don't know. It comes off in bad taste to me because it's like we sort of need to support right now. And I'm not saying like you guys are bad people if you don't go to the games or don't support, but it was just like, I don't know. The comments came off in bad taste, like the laughing faces and all that shit.
What's crazy, and I talked with JR about this. A lot of people who do CrossFit, a lot, like an overwhelming amount. It's a weird amount. Don't follow sports at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just do CrossFit or follow CrossFit. And they don't follow football, basketball. They don't follow other sports. Like Spin doesn't. Tyler doesn't really. Like it's and this is, if tickets don't sell, they give discounts to sell them. That's what they do. If tickets do sell, they end up more, because then if it sells out like that, then you have people who sell their tickets. They buy their tickets ahead of time and then they sell them to make more money. This is it. It's what happens when you're selling tickets to an event. If the demand is low, they discount you to get people in the door. If the demand is high, the tickets end up being more. This is just what happens. It's not like a bad thing or a good thing. It just is what it is. It's everything.
What do you make of the sale numbers being down? Like, that seems like a complicated equation to me. I don't think
a lot to do with it. I really do.
Do you think it's more Albany than it is Lazar?
I don't think. I mean, I think it's multiple things, but I think Albany is. I think that's the major thing.
You're pronouncing it wrong.
Albany.
We'll get past it.
It is Albany.
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 I think that's the major thing.
I think,
and then there's people who want to leave the sport. There's people who want CrossFit to die and they're not going to support it anymore, and that's fine. That's fine. But I think Albany's the major thing.
I don't think the people that feel that way are the ones that are buying the tickets. Like I have a hard time believing that many people who are at Fort Worth are now like, I will never go again. I don't support CrossFit. I'm sure there's some, but it's definitely not half of the arena. I think we have two problems. Albany is not the destination. It's just not, right? Like, people like the camping aspect of it, like we had in Madison. Like, I mean, I camped in Fort Worth. It was fine. It definitely was not like Madison.
Like Madison, yeah.
The all arena feel, I don't think works.
That's good. Like you want it out. You want to do stuff outside. It feels more like we're testing everything. It feels more like the fittest person in the world. The spectacle is bigger than if everything's inside.
And number 3, and I think somebody asked David this week's week in review was, do you ever see all of the different divisions coming back together again? And
what'd he say?
Basically, no. Like, maybe, but not anytime soon. And I remember when they went to,
I thought you were going to say yes. I was
no,
like,
but they went to Fort
yeah.
Worth, and it was like, we're trying out this new format. I think they want to be able to, their idea is, first of all, it's easier to find sites, right? Like you can just find any arena, you can go to it. Well, they found any arena in Albany and it's not working. But what was the CrossFit Games when it started? It was a celebration, a festival of fitness, right? You were going there to celebrate this thing that we have, and you crown the fittest on earth. Moving it to an arena where you separate all of it,
It's all sport.
it's a sport. It's not the CrossFit Games finding the fittest. It is a sport.
And we're not big enough for that.
Right. And so like, and if you have all of those divisions again together, you automatically sold more tickets, because how many masters athletes, teen athletes, adaptive athletes had friends, family that wanted them to go because it may be their only chance to go.
And I know nobody watches the master heats. I know it's a pain to like put together and figure out the schedules and stuff. I understand the logistics. Like the logistics are so much harder, but it's probably a third more people at least that just come because of that, because of all the divisions.
Yeah, I mean that's 100% right. LDY 2742. For me, I almost didn't, and it was 100% the boring programming last year. Nothing else. Vendor Village accessibility plays a role.
I don't think the programming was boring at all last year.
I think the boring was terrible. Their programming was terrible last year.
Terrible has
and
nothing to do with
different.
boring. Yeah.
I think there was plenty of good races in it.
We had a blast on the show.
Yeah.
There was nothing we were like, ugh.
Boring is a poor word, but it was, I mean, just from a programming aspect, we
didn't have the sledgehammer, so I get it, John. Like if we had the sledgehammer, your
Listen,
whole opinion
would have paid off.
I know you do not disagree with me.
Hiller was
whatever jokes you want to make.
Fully well-rounded test. If we had the sledgehammer, I get it. We just did not. So I'm sorry.
I think you're on to something though. Like leaning into the sports side was a big mistake. Kind of a rebranding mistake. You shouldn't have done that. When I try to fortify their position of like, hey, we're going to choose Albany, they're thinking, okay, we sold tickets back in the regional days. We're hoping we get most of the people who are in the Northeast area to come out. Like that's our main hub of people. Mm-hmm. Seems like that's not paying off too much. And I guess the explanation is that the community was involved in regionals. That's why you're selling tickets. And now you're just going to watch elite athletes. And once again, take notes, WFP. Nobody cares.
It's sitting in an arena for 3 straight days, all day, right? Like if they are going to have no cuts this year, and I get that there's less heats, but no cuts basically means that they're going to basically run all throughout, probably from 9 a.m. till 4, 5, 6. Mm-hmm. That's a long day to be sitting in your arena seat, not outside, not walking around. How many times can you go walk to the vendor village? Right? Like,
oh man,
like it was one thing when you walked back and forth from, the Coliseum to North Park, and vendor village was right there. So you just kind of pop through, go through one of the, rows, right, and go to the other side. A fitness, like a festival feel is going to be, I think, a better solution. Probably costs more, right, to build something like North Park, or you have fewer options. You got to deal with weather, but I really think it's long run better to have everybody there and celebrate it.
Well, I love, like we've said that a bunch of different ways, but I think like this is the first time that we've seen it flesh itself out. And it's like, it should be a celebration of fitness. It's our community coming together. You have to sell it like that. So whoever's buying CrossFit, take notes on that part. That's what you're selling. You're not selling the sport, because ultimately it's like we love this. We're also dorks, and like people will go and like people will learn who James Sprague is and want to go watch, but they're not going to stay for every single heat. And then that transforms itself into ticket sales because they're not totally interested. They'll watch him if they're also watching their cousin who's in the Masters division. So anyway,
I also think though, if it was still in Fort Worth, it would have sold better.
Yeah.
I think that
no, 100%. I think Albany
would
is
rather
the wrong place.
go to Texas and be Texan for a weekend. And I know it's stupid, but there's a thing about it. You know what I mean?
You want to be Albanian?
I think it. I think it was in Carson,
Syria,
it would have sold out. I really, really like.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure Carson anymore.
Oh, dude, I think it would have. Carson's small. Like,
you didn't go to West Coast with this, did you?
No, I didn't. But they went to Madison because Carson was too small. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe we're back at Carson, to the Carson level.
I don't love the Carson venue. I have to admit it was fine, but it did not. I'm
not petitioning for Carson. People shouting down Carson. I'm saying it would.
John's going for Carson hard
than Albany.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you put it in Nashville, people go because you go to Nashville.
Dude, Nashville would be sick. And it's not just because Spin wants it because he lives there, but Nashville would be sick.
But people love going to Nashville. Like, it's a fun town if you like all that stuff. So, like,
I mean, let's just bring it to Houston, man. Houston's great.
Spin does not like all that stuff.
I do not like all that stuff. I do not partake in all that stuff. But it's out there if you like it.
We're talking about
Nashville stuff,
Broadway, honky tonks.
That's not that's not your scene.
No.
The debauchery.
It's not my scene either.
The
Brian.
ridiculous.
You want to go back to the trailer and play Catan? I'm all.
I don't need a 4-story bar of country music.
Those bars are something else.
Hey,
damn no. Just straight up.
Wrong.
Hey, you don't say that.
Yeah. I mean, I think CrossFit, Nashville, Raleigh. I mean, maybe on that. I think people would still give that a chance. Indianapolis, we tried that last weekend. Denver's cool.
Altitude.
Dude, can you imagine if it was like in Salt Lake and then they ended up having to run up one of them rock mountains? That would be sick.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess y'all ain't about Salt Lake. Okay. Well, it's pretty.
I love it.
Josh has got a good one. Branson, Missouri.
Hey, they got a great amusement park. Okay. Silver Dollar City. Okay.
Great malls in Branson.
Yeah. And then going back to Larry's comment at the very, very beginning, like, I feel like I overpaid for my tickets and my dog is going crazy. I don't think that's the case. Like, you, again, like to John's point, you got first dibs at your seats. I'm pretty sure I saw Larry post that he got like front row seats near the finish line. Like, great location, right? 40% off is
got that anyway. He goes all out on these things.
40% off. It's not on the finish line. It's the start, like the sides and the behind the starting line, right? So they're not like the premium seats. So, like, yeah, if you spent more, you got to pick where you went, right?
Right.
Now, to some degree, I feel a little bad for people that picked like the top section because they didn't want to pay the however much per seat, and now they could have afforded that. I get that side a little bit, but yeah, like, this is a one-time deal, 48 hours. Hopefully, they sell a lot of tickets. And, you just gotta. I just hope that whatever they do next year, it like is not the same situation. And I've already said what you can do, and that's bring everybody back together. I don't know if she's talking about me, but
she said, imagine if it was Canada. Listen, Hattie, I appreciate you commenting on the show. You need to pipe down.
Full. That's the response.
Hattie, I think Canada would be great, but Canadians haven't been super pro CrossFit lately. So
Her part of Canada would actually be pretty sweet.
she's in West Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a mall. Is it Edmonton Mall? Guys, hear me out. Is it the mall in Edmonton, like the second biggest in the world? Like it's bigger than the Mall of America?
I don't think so.
If
Nothing.
it was in Edmonton, dude, and
John would be there all week.
oh my gosh, we could blog about the mall, dude. That would be insane. I would love it.
Yeah, all right.
You could write that article.
Hattie, is it the Edmonton Mall? I know you know. Everybody knows about this mall in Canada.
Nobody knows about this mall in Edmonton. And then event 1, Run, Row, Run. John, big fan?
I really wish it's 2 mile run, 3K row, and 4 mile run, correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
Ha! The people care.
Okay.
Run, swim, run, or run, row, run, row.
Yeah.
John.
It's a 3K row, 4 mile run, right? 2, 3, 4, right? That's how it works.
4, 3, 2.
4, 3, 2. I really wish it was the other flipped with the row and the run. If it was a 4K row, 3 mile run, 2K row, it might not be as viewer friendly, but how viewer friendly can just running and rowing be anyway?
No,
I think the races would be better. I think it would throw a mix in who finishes where. It's 6 miles of running in a 3K row. This means you have 40 minutes of running and 11 minutes of rowing. It's literally just who's the best runner, right? You can put a 3K row in there, and then the difference between, let's say James is the best rower, right? His 3K row is probably around 9:40, 9:30, 9:40. Jeff is 20 seconds behind that, right?
Yeah, but he'll run way faster in the
6 miles. You're telling me Jeff's not going to run 20 seconds faster in 6 miles? Like it's literally just who's the best runner. I think the row is pretty irrelevant. Maybe it makes a difference with, the people who are in the same tier. Like you put Austin in the same tier as Hopper, it's going to make a difference there because if they're the same running and then Hopper gets 20 seconds on him. Yeah, that made a difference, right? But it's still who's the best runner. It's still just running in tiers where you're at in your running tier. And then in the tiers, the rowing would separate you. But I just think the row is pretty irrelevant. I wish it was the other way around because then it would it would be more balanced, I would say. It's still more running. 3 miles of running would still be longer.
Yeah, still be 20 minutes or so.
But it would balance it out, I think.
So you can see here real quick, MVP Arena. It's a short walk over here. This is Jennings Landing. This is where they say it's going to be. This trail goes all the way up along the Hudson River.
Oh boy.
All the way up. And I think if you mark like 3 miles or 2 miles, you'd be like right around here. I think it is. Yeah. In this area. So they might put some rowers there. They may go down and back a couple times. But it looks like they'll be running along the Hudson River is what my guess is. So I think it's now time to move to JY's grid debut.
Oh, snap.
And I figured
not ready for this
because JY is just an athlete. We wanted to find out a little bit more from somebody that actually knows something about grid. And that is Miss Sophia Davenport, which is JY's coach.
Hi,
Hello.
Sophia.
Uh-oh. I think
You're on mute, girl. Oh my
No.
goodness.
You may know more about grid, but she doesn't know more about podcasting.
No.
There you go. I think we got you now.
I think the headphones just don't connect with that. So
It doesn't
There's
work
a
very
few
well.
settings.
Can we address this comment really quick before we get into that?
No more malls.
It's not about a mall. Could
I
it
know
be
about
a
the mall,
row?
though. I've
Could
been
it-
there.
Okay, we're off them off, but we'll get back on that. If I've heard this quite a few times, could the row be on water? I'm actually all for that. I think that would be awesome.
That would be cool.
I think they want to stay away from water as much as possible for the next couple of years.
That would be the
Spin would find out before anybody else.
The only thing I would say to that, which kind of makes sense, is 3,000 meters is close to 2 miles. So if you go 4 miles out, row 2 miles back, and then you can run 2 miles back
to the start line.
Yeah. That would be the only way that I see it could working out. I just don't, to John's point, I'm not sure they want to be on the water.
That would be cool.
That could be a possibility. But anyway.
All right, girl, go ahead. Tell us about the Edmonton ball.
Yeah.
I got spin on that.
You got it.
It's just like, God.
Let's see. Edmonton Mall is slightly smaller than Mall of America.
Smaller, John.
Oh, that's not what
Suck
I
it,
heard.
Canada.
I think they're expanding.
Think they're expanding. All right, tell us about the Houston.
Yeah,
Bandit.
first about what your role is with the grid.
I'm all the roles: coach, athlete, cheerleader, big mama when I have to be.
Ooh, watch out! Careful!
Yeah, don't.
Careful.
What possessed you to want to open up a grid team?
Funny story. I was going to retire. I broke my left wrist on the grid in 23 during a match. Broke my right wrist right before I was going to go try out for the Aces last year. Ended up trying out for the Breakers and the Aces in a cast. So that was fun. Ended up on the Breakers with a friend who convinced me to go help him coach and like head up a whole bunch of new rookies on their team. Was not feeling like myself at all till probably the end of the season in Vegas. And right before Vegas, I had a phone call and a team kind of fell in my lap. They're like, hey, we'd really like a Texas team. I'm like, that would be cool. I've heard the rumors. I have been snooping and looking and trying to figure out who's running this team. And it's nobody that I know. And I know a lot of people down here. And they're like, well, we were kind of thinking you. So, oh, well, that's why I couldn't figure out who it was. Cool. Yeah, let's do it. Within 2 weeks, it was like just coming together. They made the announcement and people started sliding in the DMs. Hey, I'm really fast at this. Hey, I'm really good at this. Hey, do you know me? My name is John Young. I think I can do this.
I did not say, hey, do you know me?
Did not.
That sounds very much like you, John.
I have never said that. Stop it right now. Stop it. If anything, I say, hey, you probably don't know me, but I'm pretty good at this.
He was humbled. He wasn't anything what people say he is, honestly. But some people were very good at what they do, as they said they were, and some people need a little work.
Yeah. So when you start a new team, I mean, it's up to you then to go recruit a whole new team, I guess, right? Like.
Yeah, I've done that role quite a bit, though, for the brigade and for the Breakers as well. So I kind of was already used to the recruiting process. It's a very hard process. This was the easiest recruiting ever. John had a lot to do with that. People who knew people had Aaliyah came on and she was like, no, I know this person. She'd be great. So we got Lauren. The guy side was easier to fill than the girl side, for sure. I went to go interview Ben Collins. I went out to his gym and his now fiance was squatting. I was like, who's that though? Like, yes, I still want to see you do stuff, but who's that over there? Cause she looks like she tumbles. And he's like, well, yeah, it's my girlfriend. And she's like, yeah, flip. And
she was like an all-American gymnast. Like, yeah, you should try it out. Let's see what happens. You don't have to touch a barbell, I promise.
Promise. No barbell, maybe some burpees if you really want to. But she was doing L-sit, legless, rope climbs, like easy. And I was just looking at her. I was like, can you do aerials though? She's like, oh yeah, how many do you want? And I was like, oh, I want you to be on the team. It took me 4 months because she's never done anything outside of gymnastics. 4 months to convince her. And Ben had a lot to do with that. He finally texted me. He's like, I think she's on board. I was like, really? How do we do it without scaring her? How does she come on board? But she's going to be phenomenal. Some other people came on. Aaron was one of my first, like, hey, dude, I'm running a team next year and you're on. He's like, let's go. I was like, cool. you don't have a choice. So let's do
Nice.
this.
So you're Houston Bandits, but like not everybody is in Houston. So how do you practice, get ready? Like,
Spend a lot of time on the phone. There's a lot of videos back and forth. God, John, was it December when we first started getting together, having like little Google Meets and whatnot? So we've been at this for a while because the first, I don't know how many practices was just me explaining races and race rules and transitions. And okay, let's run this scenario. Well, this is what you can do in grid, and you can't do that in CrossFit, but you can do it in grid. And these are the rules here. And nope, you can't do that, but you can do this. And it was a lot of like, I own a karate school. I teach 3-year-olds and up. That's like my actual job. And I've been doing that for over 20 years at this point. So lecturing isn't difficult for me, but it's interesting when you're with adults and they're all adults and everybody's coaches in some form or fashion and they have all their opinions, and it's helpful because you have all these views, but sometimes it sidetracks a little bit from what you're trying to get done. Then when we first did our first run through of everything, and I tried to tell y'all, don't max out on a back squat before practice, come in fresh because we're going to hit everything heavy. Nobody listened. And they were dying.
What do you mean? John did Isabel 6 times before he came to practice?
No,
Weird.
Actually,
Yeah.
he did.
The very first practice was bad. Everybody trained on Friday. Then we came on Saturday, and it's just it hits you. It just hits you really weird. It hits your CNS so hard. It's not like volume or anything in particular, but everything is a 100% sprint. And then you rest 3 minutes, 100% sprint, and then you rest 3 minutes, and you're doing different things every time. And it's so CNS draining. And I don't think very many people were ready for it.
I was
fine. I just didn't want to do it. I was like,
yes. Do I
all
have
right,
yes,
let
right
me waddle on over here.
A lot of John sitting, huh?
I got everything done. It was just when I wasn't doing something, I was sitting down.
Is there a chair? So you guys, your first match is on Saturday. Will there be chairs for John to sit in while he waits?
There's some boxes.
Oh, God.
There's some boxes.
I've already scouted them out. They look comfy.
So
You guys need that and some Ovaltine on the sidelines. I think you'll make it. But
so yeah, your first match is this Saturday.
Yep.
All was there 8 teams in the league? Is that right?
This season there's 8. Yep.
Yeah. So they'll all be in somewhere in Florida, right?
Miami.
And so what does that first match look like? First,
so we're against the second best team in the league. Prop most likely. These two teams.
You being the first best team in the league.
No,
right?
No. I'm taking us out of it. Because I don't know if we'll be good. I don't think Sophia knows if we'll be good.
On paper, the team that we go against, in my opinion, is a championship team. On paper. Doesn't mean something else can't change, but on paper, the people that they have, all vets minus 1 or 2, veteran led. They've all been with the league. They've won championships already. They are well seasoned.
Well, what happened was like we came on, and now there's an odd number of teams, and then 2 teams took their best players and combined it to make like a really good team. Yeah. And that's the team that we go against first.
You think they did it on purpose against you, John?
I don't know, but like it is going to be really, really fun to try to make a statement, because if we win, I'm going to be insufferable. Like it's
right.
Listen, like because we shouldn't, but like again, if we do, I'm going to be King Dingling for a day, and everybody's going to know about it.
Sophia, I don't know if you know this. John's actually he's inverted from most people. He's actually a very great loser. Like when he's wrong, he'll tell you like, dude, I was wrong, or I didn't do that the way I thought I was going to. When he wins, he's a terrible winner. Insufferable winner.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So what is John going to be doing? Because at least I've not seen. Do we know? Like, I
What do
can't
you
find
do here,
anywhere,
John?
like when we watched the championship match last year, almost got canceled.
Right.
So
Yep.
our first match is that exact
That
same
match.
format.
The exact
It's
same.
the
okay.
exact
All the
same
same
format.
races?
Yeah, it's the one that we did, and it's still on United Grid League YouTube channel. Not our commentary, but
Right,
the match.
Yeah.
It would have been sweet if our commentary was there, but whatever.
Whose fault is that,
It's
John?
the exact same format. So everything everything that happened in that one, that's what we're doing.
There's a couple of changes.
But
A couple
like 90% of it's the exact
Right.
same.
Yeah.
A couple movements are different.
Okay. So what is John going to be doing? What can you share what
All
you're gonna
of
throw
our
him in?
men are utility strength bias. So they're all strong, but they can all do the dumb stuff.
Okay.
And they get mad at me because I'm asking them all the time, like, hey, can you go do this real quick? Yes, Sophia, I can do that. Well, I need to see it. Can you lift this weight? Well, are you insulting me? Asking me to do that is like asking me if John drinks Ovaltine. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just need to see you do it real quick. The men they're all on the same playing field, our guys. They all have the same thoughts. They're
That's
good.
good.
Yeah. They'll go out there and die for each other.
I'm in for a lot in the beginning, and then I have like a 10-minute break in the middle.
Good.
And
Good.
then
He's not doing the gymnastics. I know
No,
there's
no,
a lot
no.
of people that want to see him on those rings. It's not happening.
That's a big man on the rings.
It is a big guy on the rings.
Susan wants to ask a question. Has anyone ever been ejected out of a match?
Yes.
Ooh, you have.
No.
Oh, damn.
I was blocked on commenting my rookie season because I had it out with a guy. He was mean to one of my teammates, and I wasn't going to stand for it. So I let him know how I felt, and then they deleted the comments, and I was blocked from commenting for a while. And that guy got ejected later in the season because they headbutted somebody else on another team. Got in a fight.
Oh, hell yeah. Good headbutt in the match. See, this is why Grid's cool, is because they'll get a little sideways like that. I like that. You need just one good headbutt a year.
So what time do you guys play on
Noon,
Saturday?
our time.
Noon. And it's how long is it? 2 hours?
Hour 15. It's really, my rookie year was three hour long matches. And then COVID came along and they condensed everything. And it was, so when I first started, there was a lot of male version, female version of every race. So there was male echoes, female echoes, etc. There was only a few things that was guy girl combined. Now everything's guy girl combined. So it's an hour 15.
Okay.
It's very condensed.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Very cool.
Makes it easy for us. One of the things I didn't know if you had any other questions, Spin, but one of the things I wanted to talk about was, can we talk about the process of John Young joining the team and what all that entailed?
That was a fun day.
I thought you were talking to Spin. I was like, did we do something? Like, I don't.
You did something, John.
No, we didn't do anything.
I drove out to his gym, had my son with me. He was whining the whole time. Teenagers. And I mean, we did I don't think we did a whole lot of barbell stuff. We did some pistol thrusters. He landed on his butt once and then he got it. Jumped up on the rings, did med ball muscle ups and pullovers and 10-inch deficit handstand push-ups. And I don't remember what else, but I was there for a couple hours, but he wanted to go like back to back. And I'm like, no, I just need you to do one thing and rest a little bit. And then you get to do it again. Because that's how grit is. So you don't do things usually you don't do things super tired, right? You're kind of fresh. Kind of.
It's just funny. She came to my gym and I did all the gymnastics. And then she goes, all right, you're on the team. And I'm like, cool. Okay, right. That was it. That was literally it. That was
you never did any of the weightlifting stuff.
Nothing. And then I got on the team for impressed with my gymnastics, and then we actually do it, and you're like, hey, you're not doing any of the gymnastics. You're just picking up a barbell all the time.
We got Matt Rattay to do all the handstand walking.
That's fair. So. We didn't have him at the time, and
right.
he's
that's true.
He's pretty nifty.
He's one of the goats.
Spin. If you guys decided to watch on Saturday, I definitely think we need to incorporate this a lot.
I think the special word should be Vine.
Vine. No, but you know what I'm saying? We need it. She's got no idea what this means.
Sophia, during shows,
we will infiltrate on the show. Yes, we're
yeah.
definitely going to do this, guys. If we come out full, it's going to be great.
Text us from the floor there, John, and let us know what the word is. So during we started this, I can't remember when we started it, but anytime we were watching somebody else's, Rogue. Anytime we were watching somebody else's live stream, we'll do like watch alongs and stuff. All of our
no, it was Tier Wadapalooza. It was SoCal. That's what it was.
Yeah. So we'll get them to go to their stream and just flood the comments with any word that we choose, and they're never like they're always weird.
Like
words.
it could be grapes. And then they'll just get a million comments of grapes. And then the commentators have no idea what to say. Like, they're like, that's because it makes no sense at all. I think Big Mama.
We're here, John. We're here. Yep.
All right.
Or Big Papa. You know, we can do Big Papa. And
Papa John.
Papa might be a little better.
Maybe not Papa John. That guy got in trouble. But
well, and that's what Sophia. That's what I meant by like bringing John onto the team was like the whole Big Mama situation. Like that, all that was happening fast because you guys were sort of John. You were courting with being on a grid team, and then we decided to do a watch along live stream, and then that got thrown into jeopardy. Can you talk about that whole situation, getting him on the team, talking with the teammates?
Well, so when the live stream was happening, I was in my headphones talking to two of my best friends because they were driving and they're grid players. And so my TV was on silent and I was explaining what was happening to them. Mm-hmm. They couldn't watch it. So I had no idea this stuff happened.
That's what we were doing, just in a different manner with less technical knowledge.
And then when I found out what was happening, it was difficult. I'm
it's fine.
I'm from the South, you guys. And I have my opinions on things, and I just kind of had to be a little political there for a bit. But John was never, in my eyes, jeopardy of not being on the team. Period. Just had to be nice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My team was great. Like nobody felt any type of way on our whole team.
Mm-mm.
That's got to feel great, like going into it, like knowing your team has your back before you're even really a member.
Yeah, it's fair. Nobody knew who I was, but that's they were fine with it.
To be fair, the league too. I mean, I've been in the league a while, and I know a lot of the vets, and I've talked to a lot of them. And the ones who felt some type of way, we hashed it out, and the ones who didn't. I mean, most of them didn't. The ones that did, that I did speak with, most of them are fine now. I mean, people are going to feel how they feel, and they have the right to feel how they feel. And I just think intent matters. If it wasn't malicious intent, all you can do is apologize. I'm sure I offend a lot of people on a daily basis. And if I did, I'm sorry. I'll fix it next time I talk to you.
I don't think John's ever done anything with malicious intent.
I don't think so. I don't think so either. There should be a study done on how much hate I get because I feel like I just try to love everybody.
You don't understand how bad others get it, John.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
But no, I appreciate you coming on, Sophia. Good luck.
Thank you.
Keeping John under control this weekend. We will definitely be watching, throwing some comments out there in the live chat, and hopefully you guys can pull out a victory over one of the best teams.
Yeah.
A bit of advice. Have somebody there to get John out of bed. Just
get him there early. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one driving.
Good. Dude, I have to wake up at 1:30 to get on our flight. Our flight.
So do I. You chose this flight.
I didn't. I said, hey, why don't you just book the flight? I didn't know it was going to be.
Are you flying it Saturday morning?
No, Friday morning. Okay. We have to be there for like a photo shoot for the team, like on Friday. So Thursday night into Friday morning at 1:30, I have to leave to go to her house. She lives about an hour away, and then we're going to the airport. It's gonna be great.
Stoked about it.
It's gonna be great.
The screen. I said these are the times. The earliest one's better. Okay, but there's 8 of us on this flight.
Colton, please send us some parallel to handstand videos because nobody else can do them, and we need
That's not true.
you.
There
Everybody's
are guys that can do
bad
it.
at them. They're bad.
But John is really pushing for you, Colton. I gotta see somebody. Hang it.
Somebody.
Tune in this week.
That's right.
Just so people are aware, if you're expecting Colton this weekend, he has NorCal. He's got a whole bunch of stuff. He's only
No, let them
coming-
think that. Let
he's-
them think that.
No, I don't want to sell people on stuff that's not going to happen. Right? Like if you are watching for Colton to do some stuff, he's not going to be there. I would rather you not watch and expect Colton if you don't care about me. That's fine. That's fine. Colton will be at the ones in July. He will be in July. He's going to be at those ones. Okay. But I don't want to give them unexpected, you know what I mean? If you expect something and then it's not what you wanted, yeah, that's all. That's it.
You'll have to fill Colton's shoes.
I'm pretty sure I'd bust out of Colton's shoes.
There's
I
a
don't
United
think
Grid League YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I'll put
it's
it up
just
there.
United Grid League on YouTube.
Yeah. All right, Sophia, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining and good luck
Guys.
this weekend.
Thank you. Good luck to your team.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
one.
Sophia.
Bye.
All right.
Bug mama.
There it is. Sophia Davenport, John's coach.
This is not true.
Spincast. I don't know.
You should ask.
That's up to Tyler.
You should ask Mather if they'll let you stream it.
You're not on it. You're not on it.
Listen, yeah, that's what
so
you could
there's-
say. That's what you could say. Maybe don't make like an announcement that you're partnering. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying to
Yeah,
them,
just like
and just
let
let
us
it
know.
happen. But
Spincast gone rogue.
I've heard of
like-
worse ideas.
I'm just saying, like, yes, I'm not on it, so like nothing bad can be said, right? And then you can
Yeah.
just have a freaking not Taylor, but somebody else.
Not Taylor.
Taylor.
One liability for
Taylor
the next.
would be like, no rep. like he's
This is stupid. Why am I watching this?
have Sev on. You know what I mean? Just just anybody.
What are
But,
they doing? What's this workout?
Yeah,
Wait.
Now, Caleb would be a good one.
Caleb would.
Yeah.
He might say something worse than me though.
His are witty though. You got
Sevon would be hilarious, but yeah, if they, I don't think it's not worth trying. Spin. I think
Yeah,
he might be
maybe
for it, especially after the comments on slot on their Instagram page. By the way, we appreciate you guys. We see it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's really funny because they don't like me. They don't like me.
That's fine.
And dude, hold on before we'll go, and then we'll move on. They posted a little thing on like their
The rookies.
but then they posted like an update of it, and
Did they?
yes,
Oh, they edited it.
no, they said rookies that we might have missed. It's I don't know if it's on that.
Honorable mention.
No, I'll try to find the actual thing so you can see it. But this is what they said. This is what
Where
they
did
said.
post it?
It's on like their website, not
Oh.
Instagram. They said when we put out a poll, who we missed in that post, John Young was the overwhelming leader in responses, much like the comment section of the original post. No doubt, John is very strong and has versatility that will be useful for the Bandits. Coach Sophia has been vocal about his positive influence on the team as well. No one can question he has the loudest support group, but how it will translate on the grid is yet to be seen. Like that's how they said. That's how they said it, dude. Like they don't like me at all, and it's gonna be
Here it
so
is.
great, dude. It's gonna be so great. And then if I'm bad and everybody beats me, happy for them. Then people can tell me how bad I am. That's fine. But
We need to get you another photo, John, because you have one arm, but that's all
I
you
know.
got.
We're getting photos on Friday. I
I mean,
promise.
Colton's AI video. Or
How
photo
come
was-
I don't just get an AI picture? I think that's messed up. They put me out. They put me in the adaptive division. Everybody else gets an AI picture. That's not actually Matt. That's me.
There it is.
Adaptive John Young.
Question is, could you win the adaptive division?
No, dude. I'm still last in the run against the one-legged people.
Yeah, that's good. They put you at the very bottom too, even though you had the most. I guarantee you had the most people read.
Yeah, last
Right.
one, dude. They. It's what's like you force their hand to say something, like you guys,
Well, they hit it. They hit it on their website. Like,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking for it on Instagram to see it, and it's like, yeah, I didn't know they put it on.
No, you didn't even know. And then they posted on the website, not Instagram, and like I'm talking, they straight up do not like me. And
Whoever
I want to be good so bad. I'm trying my hardest, guys, to be good at this. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be so amazing if I am, because they don't want me to be.
whoever
You know what I mean?
is responsible for this, the amount of pettiness involved is astounding. I
It's
appreciate
crazy.
it. It's great, actually. I love it so much.
Dude, if we ever get ahead, where I can slow down, because a lot of times I'm the last one to go because the heaviest stuff's at the end in whatever match, right?
Mhm.
If we are ahead, I will be like, look back at the
Oh
other
my
team,
God,
you know what I
if
mean?
you do.
Or like, dude, if I have something overhead, I might just walk across the finish line with the weight overhead. Like,
Don't get a no rep for that.
I'm gonna make a show out of it if we have the chance to, like, if we're ahead, right? Everything's like seconds apart. So like a lot of times I'm probably not gonna have a chance to do that. Anytime I have a chance to do that, I'm going to. And it's gonna, I hope it makes people mad.
Hope
It's
they
gonna
give
be
you the mic.
hilarious.
I hope they give you the mic and you just say, like, I'm not here, I'm here to show people I'm not just the loudest athlete. I'm also one of the best.
No. I'm gonna be like, listen, everybody did a great job. I mean, I think all these people are
I'm here to
crazy
build
good at
you up.
everything. I mean, I know I just beat everybody, but everybody's amazing out here. Like that's how it's gonna be. But dude, one of my JY Barbell girls is on the team. She's the young one.
The young one.
She's 20, so like it's fine. But like her sister is into powerlifting, and they live in Illinois, in Chicago, where also Tom Schrocco lives there. If you guys don't remember, this is the guy who cut up our commentary and made me sound all bad and tried to get me canceled. And he said that he's coming to the match just to boo me.
Nice.
And I'm like, dude, I live rent free in that head of yours, man. I'm just gonna be like, I hope you do great, Tom. I hope you're awesome. Like,
Is he even competing?
he's on the Wild. Yeah, he's on the Wild. But like all the teams come, and then like there's an order of events. Like we're at 12 to 1:15, and then the next match is at 1:30, and like it's just continues like that all day. But he's like, I'm just gonna be there to boo him, and I'm like, cool. Like you go do that, sir. Like I don't like it's. You're a grown man, and this is what's going on. Like told her sister, like her, because like that's how it came to be. She's, oh, my sister's playing grid, right? And then she found out that I was on that team, and then or he found out that I was on that team, and I'm like, man, dude, you're something.
John, just grab the mic when you win and go, boo.
No.
Do they do interviews in between the? I don't think they have time.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, it's very quick, and it's not after everything.
They're there to build you up. And then,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they pull who they
anyway.
want to interview too. So I mean, I doubt they'd pull me anyway. But if no, I can't. I'm not going to be hateful on the mic, but I'm going to be happy and cheery and hope everybody does great.
I can't wait. So yeah, maybe we'll reach out to Mather, Tyler, and give it a shot. Hour and 15 minutes. Anybody
Not going
has
anywhere.
time to do that? Yeah, absolutely.
Quentin, that's freaking great.
Amazing avatar picture. Amazing.
You guys know who Quentin is, right?
Yeah, I know who Quentin is. Do you remember? Were you there when I messed with him at Crash?
No.
Like he was in the athlete area, And I said, hey, is it cool if I lift here? Because he was kind of moving all around.
Oh,
Right?
I was there for that.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, is it okay if I'm right here? It was kind of out of his way, but he was moving around. You know what I mean? So I thought like I should still ask. And then he goes, no. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. And I walked away. And then 5 minutes later, he come walking out. He's like, hey, dude, I was just playing. I'm like, no, you want to be like that? That's fine, brother. And then just acted like I was mad for like 10 minutes. And then I went back there. I'm like, I'm just messing with you, man. Like,
Quentin came up to me after he told you no. He was like, I don't think he knows I'm joking.
I was so quick with it. It did throw me for a loop, but I was quick thinking enough. But
dude, Quentin would be a great grid athlete and like an entertaining one. He's so freaking entertaining when
he's very
he gets,
funny.
He's hilarious.
All you need.
I don't know why anybody hates me, man. They just.
But to answer Quentin's question, because I'm sure, I mean, we have 500 people watching. I'm sure not everybody was there with us while we did the spin cast with the Grid Championship last year. We got the opportunity to live stream their production on our channel and give our C-rate commentary on top of it with our 10 minutes of knowledge of grid. Actually, that's not true. We watched the championship games matches the day before, right? To see who made it. Tried to learn as much as we could. Don't know the people other than like somebody that was actually popular in CrossFit.
We knew Griffin. That was about it.
And Amanda Fisher, and that might be it.
I mean, Tyler called her thick thighs, which is just as bad as anything I've ever said. But
I apologize to her.
Guess
I apologize to her for that at WFE. I was like, Amanda, I know your last name. I know it's Fisher. And I just, every time I go to reach for it, just thighs are there.
Hey, I don't apologize to Carolyn Stanley. I think she appreciates it.
That's you, John. I can't carry that kind of clout.
We'll find out next week.
Go
so anyway, we were commentating and John spoke and said, there's Big Mama moving that barbell. And some people took offense to it and it exploded and blew up and people got very upset.
Her wife from that comment, first off, I said Big Mama is slinging that weight. It was
you complimented
it
her,
was a compliment. And you know what? She is a little big. That's okay. We all have different body types.
Never mind, Mather.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
You know what? Blind rankings. Here we go. Come on, damn it.
Okay, but it was a compliment, and then her wife from that comment. I swear there was nothing worse than that comment. Emailed every single CrossFit gym, CrossFit HQ, Bossman Castro, and said that I was the worst person ever and should never be allowed on a CrossFit floor ever again. I was the most racist, misogynistic, whatever name you want to call it, all the woke terms that people like to call people, and blah 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 blah. And then there was like a petition for me not to be allowed to do grid from that
really in the world.
Comment. Yes. From that comment.
Dude, the email to everybody who's ever been associated with CrossFit ever was the greatest moment of all of that.
There's a Hiller. If you want details, there is a Hiller video on it. I think it's called John Young versus the World. If anybody wants like the long backstory,
stop talking. It was top 10 spin cast moments. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, it was actually Tom Soroka is the one that made it worse because he clipped it and he cut out the parts where he actually trying to be complimentary, just didn't know her name. All right, before we get ourselves in more trouble, blind rankings. I know how John says girl and Big Mama like he speaks in as a black man in the 50s.
Oh, I'm gonna pull this one out. Look at that. Avery's such a suck up, man. She's on the team too.
It is worth watching, Quentin.
There we go, Taylor. There we go.
There's JY Barbell shirts. Sign up for programming. You'll get strong for sure. All right. Blind rankings. Let's see. Here we go. We got Syndicate Crown coming up next week. So I figure we should do something about that.
Syndicate?
Yeah. Let's see. Today's topic for blind rankings is stoked for Syndicate. These are 5 things you guys are looking forward to the most.
Yeah, this list is
as we
big for me.
look
So
ahead to Syndicate Crown. All right, you guys ready to start?
I'm ready. John, you ready?
Barry
ready,
McCockner,
I'm
how much you change the font color?
0.
Not change it. Yeah, that doesn't happen. All right,
I'm
first
viable.
one.
Goodness, I got 17 texts to tell me to stop talking.
Kill Taylor live.
Kill Taylor live Saturday afternoon. How high do you want to rank Kill Taylor live?
Yeah, I think this is pretty high, man, because I feel like there are some good people that are doing this. Yeah.
I would say that, yeah, definitely like a 2 or 3.
I just know Taylor's time on this would probably win the event at Syndicate.
Yes.
Which means it might be boring because he might just beat everybody like by a lot.
It's going to be a fun break because like we get to like do our thing and highlight all these athletes. And then like it'll be the second time that we've ever done a workout where like pro level athletes are doing the event and it has no stipulations on the event itself. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to get to talk shit. Caleb's going to have a camera floating around and he's going to be mic'd up at the same time. So, I mean, like, dude, he's going to be like, we're going to be 2 feet away from people talking shit about him. I know that like there's one spot left. It's fully registered for almost. And so
nice.
it's going to be a cool. I'm going to go with 2. Dude, I don't know. Cause there's so many good things that are happening in Syndicate.
I would say 3.
3. Okay.
All right.
I don't want the sideshow. I don't think the sideshows are going to be better than the real show.
Okay, fair. That's
is that fair?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, the Savan broadcast.
I am biased.
Number 1. I think this is an easy number 1 call.
Yeah.
Number 1. Oh man.
Yeah,
guys,
number 1. This is
and just because we're preparing for it. We're preparing for it more than anything we prepared for ever.
Yeah. Dude, we've put so much energy into this. I know like I've met with Wilson and Souza at least just on Tuesdays for like the past 12 weeks. Usually like 2-hour-long calls. And then there's like all these calls going on the side for us to figure out our own stuff. I mean, there's been a lot of hours put into this. So everybody thinking we're just going to show up and just throw it together and have no idea what we're doing. Very much not so. I'm not saying that we're not going to screw up. We're probably going to screw up at some point, but we're very prepped. I'm very excited for the show. Like it's going to be, everybody's going to be able to do their thing and shine.
I've done nothing.
That's not true. We talked.
I was on a call once. All right, next up, stoked for Syndicate, the actual competition.
2.
Yeah. Dude, the events are killer.
The events are great. I hope there are races where they're like some of the events lend themselves to races and some don't. And I just hope there are. You know what I mean? But I don't know anybody that's just going to run away with it. So I think there will be. It's going to be really, really, really fun to call.
Dude, so. It's a great like view of JR's programming where there's levels to the fitness in that, and there's separation value in each one of the movements. You're going to get to see the best of the athletes.
Yeah. All right, number 2. All right, you guys have 4 and 5 open.
Oh no, did we screwed ourselves?
Did you guys screw up? All right, next up, 4 or 5.
So we're too hype.
JY does Isabel.
No, we're good. I mean, I don't know.
He's going to rate himself low.
It's a 4 or 5. It's one of those. Let's think what else is there.
I don't know. This is.
I now wonder whose baby that is.
Not mine.
Yeah, my mom's here. She likes to talk.
Yeah, 2 babies now.
I would say I would give it 5 just because I think that the last one's going to be a good one.
That's cool. And this one's just mediocre.
No.
Whatever. No, put it at 5. No, I don't even care.
I think
I'm gonna go sub 4. I'm gonna go sub 4 minutes and be like, "F you, Tyler." That's what I just did.
If you do that, that's gonna be insane.
That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna go sub 4.
I think there's.
Believe it or not, I've tested it a couple times. Sub 4 is not going to happen.
I don't want maybe with the crowd cheering you on, you'll be faster.
Even that. No shot. I'm telling you, right. It's still a fitness test. As much as people, I don't know how people think I'm going to do on this. I think I'll have a good time, but it's not.
What if we put a 10-piece chicken nugget on the finish
that
line?
might make me 30 seconds faster. Yeah. But like Guy is still significantly fitter than I am. Like it's even if I'm just as strong.
Is Guy going to compete against you?
No, I don't think so.
Do you know who is competing against you?
There's 5 guys that I've never heard of. Some semifinals guys, some guys who are just really, really strong. There's a bigger guy that has snatched like 315. That should be fun. But if he's got the same problem that I got, but even worse, kind of not worried about him just because I know what this is. And then there's one like secret guy that they won't tell me about.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, for anybody who thinks like, oh, this is the part where I go and get food and just tune out. I think there's going to be some surprises that you're going to want to tune in for.
And listen, and I'm going to try to put on a show, but it's just I know I'll probably blow up doing it. That's all I'm saying.
Good. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, it's going to be fun either way. I didn't think I'd be able to do those burpees and a miracle happened. So maybe it can happen again.
A light will shine in on
if I say enough prayers to God to help me through this,
we just need a few folding chairs. I think it's like probably 3 of them in between the stations. One barbell to the next.
12, 9, 6, 3. Dude, that one's gonna be fun. John's gonna do great, and you guys are gonna get a very good show.
So you put you down here at 5, John?
Sure.
All right. Last one. It's only better than John, but not as good as the rest. And it is Kale's Revenge.
Oh, shit.
Dang, you put me underneath Kale, Tyler. That's rough.
If Kale shows up, dude, do you think that that's not ranked
What
appropriately?
What are the odds that he does?
I know too much. 20%.
I think it's lower than that. I put the odds that he shows up at 5%.
I need to put a
I'm going
prop bet.
For the record, I don't know whatever Tyler.
Put it in Heat 1.
I don't know enough.
You should put it in Heat 1.
I'm probably gonna. Speaking of which, I think Syndicate Heat 1 League is open now. Go in and sign up and get ready. We're gonna do each heat, I think. And so John, me, Spin, and I think Mr. Apollo Performance himself will all pick an athlete from each heat who we think is going to do the best. You guys can pick ours, but then we'll also have like the regular picks per event, and then definitely some good props for this one. But yeah, Kale, I think I'm going to add Kale.
I would love it if you cut. For the record, I want
100%.
Dude,
I think it would be amazing.
What's the line on that? Like, if he shows up and you pick that, is it worth like 1,000 points?
No, you can't make it untouchable. But
no,
I do think it's like a 50 points to 5 points deal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. Like your things, like it's 100 for each event. There's 6 events or 7 events.
6
events. So it's 600 with props. You know, we're flirting around 800, 900. And then like, I think a 50 to 5 is suitable.
Yeah. Barkley says news to me. Yeah. I wanted to let you know we're going to do that.
Barkley, if you don't freaking show up when he says,
dude, Barkley's getting there early. He's ready to work, bro.
Good.
Kale,
somebody too.
Okay.
What do you think, Spin? Is Kale going to show up? What's your percent?
I 100% want him to. Just because I think it'd be awesome if he did show up. I think it's like 2%, 1%. But
damn,
what I think is going to happen, what happens, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Different. Like, do I want him to? 100%.
Brian doesn't he doesn't support the CrossFit Games season anymore, so I don't have to block him.
He said
supports
he
the-
supported European athletes, and he didn't talk about the French Throwdown one time because you know what? The French Throwdown aren't paying him. You know who is paying him?
The big
Oof.
W.
Oof.
Anybody, whoever he's talking
Woofed.
about.
Yeah, that's right. So that's the blind rankings. I think it's
Oh
all
yeah.
right.
Wait, there's one thing I was surprised to not see on the list, which is Ben Smith.
It'd be cool to see him on there.
I think it's extremely cool of him to show up to Syndicate, knowing that like he just does basic CrossFit stuff, man. He's still just working out, doing the same stuff he's always done, and he's still fit enough to show up at one of these. I think it's incredible. And
Well, I mean, it's what he said in his semifinals, like why he did the in affiliate semifinal. It's like I tell my members to show up and compete and test yourself.
yeah,
So he did it, and now he's got an invite to this, so might as well just go test yourself. And I mean, again, biased because of JR, but like those are fun workouts for athletes to do. It's not like you're doing something that's going to suck. Like you do something unique and different, and like it'll probably be cool for him to do workouts or touch like elements that are more like the games than what it was in the past. So
right.
it'd be fun to see him on the floor again.
I
So
don't think there's anything he can get hurt on.
You can get hurt.
There's
on
like-
anything, dude.
I mean, yeah, but like
But
I don't.
you can
I
run
don't
wrong
see-
and hurt yourself.
Well, yeah, that's fair, but I just don't see any movement that's like, you know, like people are definitely going to get hurt, or you're more exposed to that. So I just think it's cool. I wonder if it's sort of his statement of like, I'm supporting this. Come out and support.
last topic, the raffle. It's a little
What is
play on
raffle?
words.
It's an acronym.
It's an acronym for Rolf may or may not have hurt her elbow.
It's a bad acronym. That's not what it
Yeah, it
says
is
at all.
bad. But you guys here.
Oh, I didn't see
Um,
those letters in there, man. I don't know where you're getting
Bad
that
at
at.
acronyms.
That's how it works. Anyway, if you guys were paying attention, was it last Friday?
I was
think it was.
catching glimpses of this during labor.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. If you go back through my Instagram or check out the article, you would or watch the live stream of the World Fitness Project. Emily Wolf withdrew from competition after day 2. That was
big
after
W
the
from the
after
big
the
W.
jerk event and the sled push. And I went and grabbed a clip of what appeared to be where she probably hurt her elbow, because she did that and then she kind of was like this for a bit and then did not lift again, and then she withdrew. So I said it appears that she was injured. If you watch the broadcast Sunday morning, Tommy Marquez says she was dealing with a back issue, some type of injury.
Cramps.
So I put up a clip. I put the clip up, wrote the article, and you probably saw the comment from Emily's husband.
I did
saying,
not.
contact me. So
He did. He said,
did.
hey, stop that.
and so I called him and chatted, and he did not like that I put up the video and threatened copyright strikes and all this stuff because of the video, and did not appreciate me speculating of her injury.
He can't copyright strike you. It's not. He doesn't own the big W.
That is true. I have no idea what World Fitness Project's stance is on it. I would argue that it's under fair use because it's a 10-second clip of what appears to be an injury. You can see that on social media of any basketball injury, football injury, whatever. Anybody apparently looks to be getting hurt. There are clips all over Twitter, Instagram of what, and somebody falling down, medical staff coming or walking off to the locker room, etc. And so we went round and round and round, and whatever. I ultimately took down the video just to not from Instagram, just to not have to deal with my account potentially getting nuked.
That sucks, dude. Because you just laid out the whole case. It's like there's a bunch of footage of this stuff everywhere. Also, it was a public link. I know that they took down the feed afterwards, but it's not
still
like
up.
it wasn't
It's still up.
Yeah. So
On
what are you
replay.
talking about?
You can go out there
Will
and
it
watch
not
it.
be on YouTube later?
I don't think they're ever going to put it on YouTube. I don't know. But you can go to their website and you can go to event 4, the final heat, and you can see that part right now. Like, it's still out there. It's not like they hid it. And so that is why the video is not out there. I just didn't want to deal with,
The
a
bullshit.
the Woolly Mammoth or whatever, how his account got taken down because of some stupid copyright strike. Like, you can't fight Instagram if something happens. So it's like, I'm just gonna, whatever. You can go out there and watch it on your own. I don't think, as media, speculating about an injury when you see somebody appear to hurt their elbow, shake it off like they hurt their elbow, and then withdraw. That's what media does. You point out things and people want to know, why did Emily Rolfe not compete at TFX? Probably
also,
because she has an injury.
And what wasn't there some talk of like it hurts potential sponsors that she has or something like
He
that?
mentioned
like,
that. I have no idea what he was talking about.
But that's also like that's pertinent knowledge that I don't know why a sponsor would want to drop you if that's the case. That's ridiculous. But like, that's also relevant information. If the sponsor wants to like pull out, they should be able to pull out. And so like
I guarantee Harry from ESC Sounds is not going to drop her because she may or may not have gotten hurt.
True. Harry's a good dude. So
right. Like,
No, and I know John Woolley doesn't like us very much. And I know Savon doesn't like him very much.
they're
but
friends, dude.
yeah. I felt bad for him when that happened. I don't think there's ever I don't take joy in that happening to him, because he had what,
500,000 followers,
500,000 followers, and then it goes to 0. Like, that's that. And then this is what he does. I don't know if he makes a living off of this. He probably doesn't, but still, it's a lot of work to build that. It's not, you know what I mean? And like, he worked hard on that. Doesn't matter if you disagree with people or not. Like, he worked hard on that.
He's at 62,000 right now.
Just to get all of it taken away because one person is offended is ridiculous.
Right.
Like,
and so like, I remember 2 opens ago, I made a meme about, there was a video of a woman or a guy who's like dancing behind a woman. And it wasn't like, it was just a guy dancing, and the woman took offense to it, turned around and slapped him. And the meme was literally just about Boz or me getting slapped by wall balls or wall walks when Boz programs it, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of went viral. There's several million views on it. And then all of a sudden I got a offensive strike, not a copyright, but like, it was offensive, triggered, all that crap. And I appealed it, and I won, and it went back up. I had all my little strikes taken away. And then like 3 days later, it happened again, and it wouldn't let me do it. And I got like shadow banned for like 3 months 2 years ago in the open. And so it sucks when you're dealing with Instagram, where you can't even like talk to somebody or get something back. And if you're dealing with a copyright strike and somebody takes you down, like, that's complete garbage. So anyway, that is why, if you saw it, there was a video and then took it down. I still believe it's fair use, because I was not impacting the actual broadcast or trying to take away from views. If anything, it was calling out what I had seen during that and saying that it looks like it was an apparent injury, and that's why it looks like she had withdrawn. So yeah. Speaking of injuries, Benoit Boulanger strained his quad. He will not be at Syndicate Crown. So he was close to qualifying in the in-affiliate semifinals. Went to the World Fitness Project. Did okay. I think he was doing well early and then kind of faded, which sounds like is because of his strained quad. So he will not be in Knoxville to compete. I thought he had a good chance to at least be in contention.
Yeah.
So
that sucks.
Another situation where we now have 1, maybe 2 injuries from World Fitness Project that impact the season.
World Fitness Project athletes.
athletes. Yes. So yeah, that's where we're at. I don't have anything else, guys.
Tyler, what percentile was Braun?
They gave me some stupid number. They said 17th percentile, but then I looked it up on the internet and it was like he was like 80th or something. So I don't know what the
Percentiles are garbage.
So
Yeah.
like they said Abby was like 14 percentile, and then on her 3 month she was 28 percentile. And then on her 4 month, which she got yesterday,
98th.
she was 49 percentile. So
Climbing those percentiles.
and listen, Leslie's a little bitty girl, and I'm not like the biggest guy. So like 49 percentile, we're doing pretty good. And I'm hoping we can get to 68 percentile or something like that in the next visit. And then she'll be a big old girl.
Just beefing her up.
Yeah, man. I want a brick. That's what I want. Like, dude, we're gonna play basketball. We've been watching some Caitlin Clark. We're just learning. We're learning, man.
I think like I can't tell. I look at him all the time and I can't tell who he looks like. He definitely has my torso to femur length ratio because my torso is so much. I was standing next to Colton and Austin, and we were talking about bike setups for like the Echo bike, and they were
This is that World Fitness Project.
yeah, and Austin said he was like I think he was on a 5 or a 6 tall, and then whatever the adjustment with the top is. And I was like, you're on like a 6? Like, how is it? Because I go on a 4. I was like, how is that possible?
Tyler, we need to talk about your bike setup. Bro.
I'm telling you, dude, I can't.
You know what I'm
5
on?
is like 7.
I'm on an 8.
That's crazy.
Comfortable.
If I was on an 8,
on
the
an
pedals
Echo
would
bike?
leave my
Echo
feet.
bike.
I'm on a 7 or 8, but I know that the different models are a little bit different though too.
Right.
And you need to be on like a 9 or a 10.
Mine is
Eh.
not. Mine is a 7. No,
Yeah,
when I went to the affiliate for the Open, I think it was like an 8 or a 9.
Okay, so maybe it's.
So I
just
think
new ones are built
some of the
different.
different
Yeah,
models
yeah.
have a different number system.
You want to be on the highest one that you can pedal without reaching, and the seat is always all the way up. That is the most efficient way to cycle. Your seat is all the way up, and then you want to be on the highest setting that you can be where you're not reaching.
I do think it's crazy that
bent knee thing they tell people, it's so wrong.
I do think it's crazy that the bike. I wonder who moves it back.
That
Like, there's
anybody
no-
moves it back.
Yeah, like-
yeah, I don't know. But Tyler does. He's on
Tyler-
a freaking 4.
The
That's
4.
what he's doing. And,
He's
I
a
put it like
lowrider.
in the middle.
and he's
I'm
just
not putting it all
lighting
the way
his
up
quads
front.
up. Why?
Because
Tyler, if you go on
Yeah,
a
'cause
6, if you go on a 6 all the way up, I bet you're like 4 RPMs higher on average. Like same feeling, but 4 to 5 RPMs on average. So whatever your
I'll try it.
65 RPMs feels like, you'll be holding 70. Well, if you hold 70 in workouts normally, you'll be holding 75.
Yeah, he moves it back, John, because it's so low that he has to. Like, that gives him
Yeah,
a little bit more
yeah.
space on the pedals.
I promise, all the way up, and then the tallest you can go without kind of reaching for the pedals.
Yeah.
'Cause I can even bike on a 9, dude. It's uncomfortable to bike on a 9, but I can bike on a 9. But like that's what eight's the number.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll try it out. The whole point is that like we were standing next to, I said, Austin, come here. And I put my hip, like our hips next together. And I was like, where's your hip in relation to mine? They're in the exact same place. But my torso is like this much longer than his. And so it's not going to work out for Braun as far as weightlifting goes. That's about a death sentence when it comes to weightlifting is having a long torso.
No, dude.
When your torso
You're more
length
upright.
is,
Yeah, dude, you want
more
that.
yeah,
long
if you have
torso.
good hips, which I don't.
That's your fault.
Yeah, but don't put that on Braun. Braun's hips
That's
are great.
That's true.
he
I
can
bet
squat
you his squat
perfectly right now.
position is fantastic. That little dude is a lifter. I can already see it. His name is Braun.
That's true. But anyway,
Where was Colton? What is his seat?
he was probably a 5th percentile baby. Is that what you're asking?
No, Colton's seat
Oh.
height.
You did him dirty there, Tyler.
I hope Colton's
That was not
watching.
okay.
No,
That was not okay. like I think that's meaner than anything I've ever said, and it's crazy. Yeah, for people who don't know, I'm 5'10". Tyler's like 5'8", 5'8" and a half, 5'8",
5'9", 5'8".
I'm 6
sometimes.
foot.
and Spin's 6 foot.
Yeah.
So what was Colton's seat height, Tyler?
3. Yeah, I think a 3.
So I have my 5'2" girls.
Damn.
On
You weren't supposed to be watching. It's late. Go to bed, Colton. It's fun for you.
And they're biking on a 4, man.
You're what?
My 5 foot, like there's like 2 of them, 5'4" or 5'2", 5'2" and 5'1" girls, and they're biking on a 4.
Yeah.
And they're holding 70 RPMs at that height when we're doing
know.
bike interval workouts.
All right, I'll try it.
You know
Whatever.
why?
All
Because we're biking the most efficient way we know how to do that.
You guys should try that bike workout of Taylor's that I did. It's a good one.
I'm down for a biker. You just want to text it to the group? Me and Spin will both do it. We
Posted. It's like a 26K. Like that.
Oh, that's a long time.
Was that
an
the one?
hour.
Oh, is that the one that goes like damper settings up and down? I think I've done that.
Yeah, the damper set. It's
oh,
really
the
cool
toward
workout.
the self. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that.
It's a really cool workout.
Yeah, I love things like that.
I think I do better now that I have
I think-
worked on it a little bit.
Now you got to get your RPMs up, brother.
I will say, John, your advice is paying off.
You just keep on edging it up
Yeah.
and then you will find where it's like can't do it anymore, right? But then where that is where you're going to be the most efficient. So like say you get to damper 4 and then 4.5 was too much. You're at 86 RPMs. You can't do it anymore, right? Then 4 at 90 to 92 is where you should live. Like that's where you work out. Anytime any biker workout, that's where you live.
Man, I just use the same methodology on the Echo bike. 4.
It's
And live there.
What are you on the bike erg?
I don't know what to say. I
16.
go until like I stand on one pedal and pull the seat up to my junk.
Okay, dude.
That's the guy. You're supposed to be maxed out.
I'm on a 17 spin.
Okay,
That's about
should be
where we're
high.
at. Or it's about where we're at in the Echo,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, so I probably could go up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Way to go, Tyler. Made another enemy. John, good luck on Saturday.
I love Colton.
Thank you.
You did great, man.
And I hope I didn't re-ruffle any feathers. I hope people are done being offended. If they are, I'm sorry, and I don't mean it.
You'll find out on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
You
yeah,
don't mean to double down.
stay tuned. We may try to see if
I
Matter
don't
did
know,
not
dude.
watch
I'm
this.
just dumb sometimes. I just
And,
can't. I just get going. I can't stop. It's a problem.
We know.
So Tyler and I might be back. We might do a spin cast. We may try to get the live
Watch
stream
along.
up again, and if nothing else, maybe just do a watch along. So that could be fun. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
See you Wednesday.
Right before Syndicate Crown. So
It's gonna be fun.
that's right.
Dude,
All right,
it's
guys.
gonna be great.
See you next week.
I apologize to absolutely nobody.